What we know today as modern-day Mexico was once home to three great Indian cultures, the Mesoamericans, Oasis Americans, and Orido Americans. Today we will be exploring the most advanced of the three cultures, the Mesoamericans. The first tribe we will look at is actually the earliest known civilization in all of Mexico, the Olmec. The Olmec civilization is believed to have existed from 1400 BC to 400 BC. They are most famous for their mysterious giant head statues, but can also be credited with the invention of the Olmec calendar. This calendar is a 260-day calendar which is said to be able to predict lucky and unlucky days, as well as harvest seasons and religious holidays. In addition to their calendar, the Olmecs are also responsible for the concept of the number 0 and for their famous ritualistic game Oyamalitli. This game was played in an immense sporting arena. The game could be described as a mix between volleyball and basketball, only in this game the penalty for losing was often death. The fact that this game was played with a rubber ball was part of how this civilization earned its name Olmec, or the Rubber People. The next tribe we will look at is the Aztec tribe, who are known for their superior architecture. They are credited with creating one of the largest cities in the world. One of the Aztecs' greater architectural feats is their pyramids. The pyramids of the Aztec civilization bear a strong resemblance to the pyramids of ancient Egypt. However, the Aztec pyramids were flat at the top. The ancient Aztecs strongly believed that human sacrifices to their gods is what caused the sun to rise in the morning. The flat tops of their pyramids were one of the main stages for these sacrifices. On the lighter side of Aztec architecture, they are also known for their superior canal system that ran throughout their capital city. The final civilization that we will look at today is the Mayan tribe of Mesoamerica. The Mayans are known for their many inventions. One invention that is more commonly known is the Mayan calendar. Though it hasn't been able to accurately predict the end of the world, it has been able to predict lunar and solar patterns up until present-day times. Another very popular invention that came from the Mayan Empire was chocolate. Chocolate was viewed as such a delicacy that the indigenous cocoa bean used to make it was actually used as their form of currency. The Mayans are also known for their massive sporting events, mathematics, written language, and for their schools. These three Mesoamerican tribes have helped shape the culture of Mexico and still have a great influence in our daily lives.
The beginning of civilization in Mexico is still a mystery, and even though there are over 11,000 ruins already excavated, new discoveries are constantly changing our information about the past. Nobody really knows what remains hidden in the jungle, or what new discovery may unlock secrets that have eluded archaeologists and historians for generations. It's a giant puzzle that lacks all the necessary pieces to complete the picture of ancient culture and tradition. It's a certainty, though, that we have much to learn from the ancient civilizations of Mexico. It is already understood that their grasp of sophisticated mathematics and astronomy was phenomenal. The Maya calendar, for example, is more accurate than our own, calculated so perfectly that it requires no leap year. The Gulf Coast lowlands were home to Mexico's first urban society, the Olmecs, who sculpted these giant stone figures. It's clear that they were a people of great artistic sensibility. Archaeologists today are puzzled by the broad noses and thick lips of the people portrayed in these monumental sculptures. Some believe it to be evidence of North African influence in the New World long before the Spanish conquest. This early civilization disappeared as the Olmecs were perhaps assimilated into other cultures, like the Maya or the Zapotec. The Aztecs were a powerful and innovative people who founded the ancient city of Tenochtitlan, today known as Mexico City. The Aztecs gradually expanded their land. They devised ingenious artificial islands made by piling mud on rafts so that the roots of the crops grown there eventually tied them to the lake bottom. The fertility of these islands and the success of their labors freed the Indians to conquer an empire. The Aztecs ruled all of Mexico until 1521. In that fateful year, Hernando Cortez led the conquest of Tenochtitlan in a first wave of European domination that would forever change the New World. Cortez ordered his soldiers to destroy the Aztec city, and today, Mexico's thriving capital is built directly over the remains. In fact, the Zócalo, or town square in Mexico City, is built on the site of the main pyramid of Tenochtitlan. Today, it's no coincidence to see men in Aztec finery performing traditional dances over their ancient city. These costumes evoke the spirit of a culture that once ruled all of Mexico. Everywhere in Mexico City, there are reminders of the past, including this small Aztec temple that was discovered during the construction of a new modern subway system.
Using Powtoon.
First, we need to figure out what is Mesoamerica. Meso means middle, and these Mesoamerican cultures are the early advanced civilizations of Mexico and Central America. First, there were many unique groups inhabiting this region over time, but for our purposes, we are going to focus in on the Olmec, the Maya, and the Aztecs. The first great civilization in Mesoamerica is the Olmec. The Olmec were the first complex society in the region. Their name comes from what the Aztecs refer to them by, the rubber people, or in the language of the Aztecs, the Olmec. The Olmec did in fact grow rubber trees and harvest rubber. One of their uses of the harvest was to make rubber balls for a ritualistic ball game. Now, the Olmec inhabited a small area of about 125 by 50 miles in what is today southern Mexico, from around 1400 BCE to about 400 BCE. The dates vary amongst research. The Olmecs emerged greatly because the area they inhabited was a great natural habitat. There was good soil and plenty of water. The area's river system made for a similar environment to places like the Nile and the Indus River valleys. The Olmec developed the first written language and numbering system in Mesoamerica. The Olmec built cities and acquired great wealth. They have left amazing artifacts like this jade mask and this giant head, which is just one of the many enormous heads left by the Olmec in the region. Being the first civilization of its kind in Mesoamerica, the Olmec greatly influenced other cultures' development in the region. It's looked to as a mother culture of the region. The Maya flourished with their great cities from about 250 CE until around 1400. They covered southern Mexico, Guatemala, and Honduras. They had a highly developed written language and mathematics. Plus, they had an amazing knowledge of astronomy. Their cities were amazing urban centers. They included amazing pyramids like this from Tikal, one of the largest sites left of the Maya. The Maya were ruled by an aristocratic nobility, like this guy, and they had elaborate funeral practices. One thing many people might appreciate is that they used cocoa beans as currency. Imagine if we could use chocolate bars as money today. The Maya are greatly known now for their mysteries. But truth be told, it really isn't that mysterious. One big one, the first mystery, is the Mayan disappearance. Where did they go?